Have you heard the term rent money is dead money? Because a lot of people will say that if you spend that money for renting, then that money is gone. In today's video, I am going to show you in my circumstances why rent money is not dead money. In fact, by renting, I am actually saving a lot of money. So watch till the end. Alright, rent money is not dead money. I came to Australia the year 2014, and since then I have been renting for the last 7.5 years. Does it mean that all the money I spend on renting is actually dead money? Actually, in my circumstances, no. I am actually saving a lot. So let me give you a scenario. When I came to Australia the year 2014, I had a chance, let's say, to buy a house. The house that I was living at that time, the rent was $480 per week. But the cost or the value of that property at that time was $650,000. Now, at that time I was renting for the house. I also invested in another property where it's a bigger house, bigger block of land, and the rent that I was getting from my investment property is $520 per week, and the value of the property was only $365,000. So with this comparison, the rent with the property that I am staying, I am renting, the rental yield, which is the rent divided by the purchase price into 52 into 100, that value comes about 3.8%. Whereas the house that I actually bought an investment, that rental return is about 7.84%. So it means it's almost double the rent that I am getting. We are the 480 per week that I am paying while I'm renting, and the 520 that I am collecting for the property that I actually invested instead of buying the house that I am actually renting. But the property price, the one that I am actually invested, that the value is only 365,000. And let me give you a description of these two houses. The house that I'm actually renting, it is a townhouse. It's a low maintenance house. It's in a place where actually I want to live. It's a little bit of smaller house as compared to the house that I bought. At that time, it's me and my wife, so we didn't need that big house. So we were happy to have live in a 3-bedroom townhouse. Whereas the house that I actually bought is pretty much 4 to 5 bedroom house. It's a bigger block of land. It's 2-storied house. Multiple cars can accommodate in that house, caravans and all sort of things, even boats. And a big family can rent that property and give me a 520 per week rent. They were actually giving 520 per week rent. So by using this strategy, I was actually saving a lot of money, because if I would have bought the house that I am actually renting, then I had to pay double the money, and then I would have saved only 480. I would rather invest that money, and that's the concept of velocity of money, because your money is invested somewhere else where it is growing faster than saving the money for rent where it is much slower. The rental yield is much slower. So as you can see that in my circumstances, rent money is not dead money. In fact, by renting, I am actually, my velocity of money is much faster in my investment. Ever since I have been investing, so more and more money that I am saving by renting it out, I am investing more, and as a result my portfolio is growing. So that's one of the circumstances. The second point that I like to make is, at different stage of our life we need a different type of houses. Because it was back in 2014-15, it was me and my wife. I didn't have a kid at then. So I needed a smaller house, low maintenance house, in a place where my friends, my families are there, where I can stay. And as a result, I wanted to stay in a specific place, but I didn't want to invest there because the rental yield was less. As and when I invested in a place where the house is big, the land is big, where there is an opportunity in future to subdivide, to do something in that property, and the growth of that return, growth of that value in that side, that property will be much faster compared to the townhouse that I was living. So that was another reason the velocity, the growth in that investment property is way higher than the growth in the townhouse. In fact, fast forward today in 2021, if you compare both the house, the investment property has grown so much because of it as a bigger land, bigger property, and in future it will be even more, where I will subdivide, where I will make 3 or 4 townhouses in a 1,000 square meter block, whereas in the townhouse I did not have that, I do not have that opportunity. That leads to the point that rent money is dead money if you are not investing, if you are just simply renting and basically spending all the money. Whereas if you are strategic, if you are using it to your circumstances, the place that where you want to live, where the rental yield is less, and invest somewhere where the rental yield is much higher and also the growth potential is much higher, and that way rent money is not dead money. It can be a big advantage for you if you use it to your circumstances accordingly. So I hope you got something out of it, and you enjoyed it. If you like this video, please like this and subscribe the channel, and it will help me a lot to motivate others, and more importantly to, so that more and more people can reach out, I can reach out and they can see this video. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy.